You're 3 hours behind me, so it's fine if you're not. You know what I mean?
Well, I got an hour between work and the.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? We are back.
We're here.
Less than an hour later. Are you hearing an echo on my end or no?
You sound fine to me, but let's see if chat
cool. Yeah.
likes it.
I could have it might be because my YouTube thing is pulled up. Nope, it's not. Okay. All right. Well, if you were here like barely earlier, we read David's latest blog post, which is filled with little, how do I call this? Like condescending things. What do you call it when it's like subtly, is the subtle put down? What's the word for that? It was filled with that.
Oh, that's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, kind of like that. But
I mean, not really a compliment.
Yeah, it wasn't really a compliment. Hey, Cam, what's up? Everybody, thanks for coming back if you were here earlier. And thank you for
passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive. Yeah. Let me see. We're gonna pull up some of these tweets because I could not, for the life of me, like after reading that blog post, I was like, I cannot read all these tweets now. Too, I need a break because this guy's triggered today.
Nonstop.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't know if he stopped since then, but we'll find out.
Blogging and tweeting.
Right.
Tweeting and blogging.
So the main thing that I saw was it was saying that Laura, has the right to appeal or whatever. Let me pull up Discord just looking at the screenshots. Not the right to appeal, the right to sue the court, basically, because of Judge Mata's alleged misconduct. And then in that same tweet, he says that would create a conflict of interest with the county attorney, which is interesting. Yeah. So I feel like he's kind of giving us a little view into like what their next move is. But
do we have that tweet here?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up in a sec.
So if I go and commit a crime, and I'm worried that they're going to prosecute me for my crime, I just have to sue the government and then I'm safe? Is that his argument?
Well, I think you would have to get through the separate court case and have a reason to sue them first, right? Or like maybe, I guess you could just sue them for something else. I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried it yet. Does anybody want to try that and let us know how it
goes? This one cool trick lawyers don't want you to know. Click here.
God. That's amazing clickbait. I love that.
Right?
Hey, Roslyn, what's up? Roslyn, you can join us too if you want. I don't know if you're busy. I've never been able to have Roslyn on here. Whenever I want her to come on, she's busy. So, let's see. I got lost in the replies here because there were so many strings. So somebody tagged me in these on Discord, so I'm going to pull that up really quick. But did you see earlier where he said Woodnick sounds like tree phallus?
I did. I don't think that's the insult he thinks it means.
No. I think
as a totally guy, if you start talking about some other guy having a junk like a tree trunk, it's not really an insult. It's not an insult, David.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a really good point. That didn't even come into my mind, obviously, because I'm just like, I don't know, because you said you watched some of it earlier. I didn't know if you got to see like towards the end. I was just looking up with Omar. We were looking at tree phallus. So.
No, I had to get onto some meetings and do some work.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess adult stuff, that's fine. If you like think that's important, it's, like income or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up. I know that I hear you. What is your dog's name again?
Kai.
Kai. It's rude of you to leave Kai outside. Hang on. Let me let's pull this up. I know it's a response to Fen. And like, look at this guy. He's doing pretty well. He's got over 1,000 followers now. Look, I'm even following him on my account that I never logged into.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I guess like back in like March or something or April, I must have. Because on my personal account, I made it private and I never use it now. So, But I was like, this guy's interesting. Let's see what this is about. I know it was a response to Fen. So it's going to be one of these. And then I'll also pull it up here. And Ponscom.
You can find it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. There it is. Let's just pull up Fen. Fen's been on my stream before. You guys probably know her. That is a wow. You haven't tweeted like an actual picture, Fen, since in like 9 years. What are you? Okay. Let's see. I don't know what this means, Fen. I've missed bust chatty self, but I'm gonna like it anyways. Okay.
What is happening here?
I'm not sure. Okay. We saw the ultrasound thing. We'll go over that in a minute, but the dating contract thing. I'm just trying to find this one tweet. I might have to just pull
This guy's tweets are more off the rails than Mary Lincoln's.
Yeah. Mary Lincoln's is way more educated and in touch with reality than this guy.
Right?
Yeah. All right, hold on. I'll pull up the. Okay. So let me zoom in a little bit. Actually, people can see that. Vince said the DA will or won't bring charges. A judge or jury may or may not find she perjured herself. Because David has been arguing back and forth with people about like the definition of perjury and stuff like that. So he says 100% agree, but then there's the issue of what happens if Laura sues Maricopa County over modest conduct. This is possible. That would create a conflict because the county attorney would be prosecuting Laura while also defending the county against Laura.
I'm not sure that's a conflict.
I mean,
also, if that was true, everybody would just sue the government, and then you can't.
Hey, Sarcasm, what's up?
Be prosecuted for your crime.
Yeah,
so
dude,
I don't know.
That is like an easy out for anything. I feel like. If you have the funds to sue the county, I guess, which I'm not sure she does, to be honest.
It gets more absurd than this, though.
Can you do you also have Twitter pulled up? If you do, then we can share some of your.
I do not.
Wow.
I'm not. I went from that computer to this computer in about
you unprepared bastard.
10 seconds. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. No wonder your dog was barking at you.
Yeah. It's chaos.
Yeah. All right, let's go back
Thursday.
Let's go back to this. Hang on. So if she were to sue the county at this point, I feel like his tweet is just putting out that they're just doing that to create a conflict. That is what I feel like is going on here, which is just like, why announce yourself? You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, people do kind of feed in a little bit to like what he wants, because he did post the screenshot of that comment on his blog post in the most recent filing that he did. But I don't know. At the same time, it's like, Starcasm, thank you very much. If you enjoy the content, please comment, share, subscribe, and tap the thing. Oh my gosh, you're like all over this much. Hang on, let me make her Starcasm. I think Starcasm.
All these emojis. Yeah.
Right? I'm not that organized. I usually just shout, like, I'll go into people's streams and I'll be like, I will take a shot if you super chat this much money. Like, that's how I promote things. So no one should mod me. Yeah. Let me just pull up Starcasm.
Like moderation via frat party methodologies.
Dude, really. For real though. Here we go. All right. Now Winks has a friend to mod with, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's take a look at this. I wish I could just see from start to finish like a full list, you know what I mean? But Twitter makes it so complicated.
I mean, like Discord has a lot of screenshots.
Yeah, but I feel like
also a lot of comments.
Yeah, since then though, I feel like more stuff has happened. Hang on. So we had Medusa, which I pointed out in the earlier stream, asked about will she be going public with a real ultrasound? If she does that, many people will be willing to change their minds. And then he says, if you ask that question, it's clear you haven't followed the case because that question has been asked and answered about 12 quadrillion times already. And when I was talking to Omar, I said, like, it's definitely been asked a million times, but it's like non-answer. So I don't consider that question answered that many times. And then, says, I don't recall that being answered. If you can point that out
yeah,
where.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's confusing.
And then he gets like a million answers. Not a million, but like 9 or 10. That's so funny. It has been answered never. That's correct, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's referring to, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Because they definitely had, they had a deposition, which we don't even have access to the whole thing, right? We only know what was in the status conference and the June 10th hearing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Planned Parenthood being in LA was news that was dropped on June 10th.
Was
And
that
we
not?
haven't
Was that not the
received.
story before?
I mean, so it's like, is there a provider that can supply an ultrasound to Greg Woodnick or not? Because it
Yeah.
seems like the answer is no. And if
Um.
that's what he means, then he's done.
Yeah. Mispronounced name. Thank you for being a member of this channel. FYI, a plant/tree penis is called a stamen. Is it stamen or stamen? Bruce, do you know?
I think it's stamen.
Stamen. We're gonna go with that. It produces pollen, sperm. Meaning that seasonal allergies just means you aren't enjoying nature's bukkake. So
Yeah.
okay, so it produces pollen, sperm. And so does it like? Does it go into the mouth of the female tree, or like how does that work?
Oh boy.
Oh man. Thank you, Miss Pronounce name. And then I don't remember if I think you have sent me your address for mail. If you guys are a channel member and you want to get a letter in the mail from me, I will send it to you. Just email me that address. Hang on. To send it to you. I'll write my email right here. And then I'll want your name also to verify your YouTube name to verify that you are actually a channel member. Okay. Teresa S says to sue a county court in AZ, you file a civil complaint and they have 20 days to file an answer. Then it goes before a judge or jury. Laura would have to pay for a jury if she loses and costs. Huh.
This coming
I'm
from
not-
Widget 81 is interesting.
Widget 81. Okay.
Right above. Yeah.
A case doesn't go away because of a conflict. They would just move it to another county as a conflict case. Maricopa and Pinal County cover each other's conflict cases all the time. Do you mean Pima County, or is there a Pinal County? Maybe there is. I don't know. I was in Pima County when I was in college, so and that was like neighboring. So
Pinal County is where all the stamens are.
Jesus Christ, stamens are everywhere, dude. If you don't believe it, just Google it, like I did.
I'm pregnant
right.
with tree twins.
Tree twins. Jesus Christ. All right.
Forget tonsil twins. It's nostril twins.
Nostril twins. I'm so disturbed right now.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a lot of rational stuff here. So this one I noticed that he did not respond to. Please blog about why your client continued to sexually harass Clayton after he told her in no uncertain terms he wasn't interested in dating her. Specifically, please address in detail the terms of the dating contract your client sent Clayton. Thank you. This was a settlement offer. I still can't believe they actually said that. Let's read it. I know we've kind of heard about this and seen it, but Jane Doe.
I think the it was the I'm going to sue you for 1.4 million if you don't. That was that's what he thought was a settlement offer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what
this is a completely different email.
The couple agrees. They're not signing a marriage license. Jesus Christ. The couple agrees that one, for a period of 1 week, while determining the best I think she means course of action for their pregnancy, Party A and Party B will exclusively explore a relationship with intention, meaning with the goal of it turning into something long-lasting and meaningful. Okay.
I like how the couple is capitalized. The couple.
For real.
The power couple.
She thought they were going to get one of those shows like JoJo and Jordan, I guess.
Maybe. Oh.
There is no obligation to engage in intercourse if either party is uncomfortable with the act. Well, then, I think we stop right there.
I mean, at least she has some semblance of acknowledging consent for a fraction of a second.
Wow.
Wow.
From the date sorry, I was reading my thing. From the date this agreement is signed until 1 week after, no action whatsoever will be taken in the family court case or in any family, civil, or criminal court case. So basically, she's immune to crime in the 1 week that he's forcing her to date him. I don't think I've ever looked at this closely. That is amazing.
Take me to the Waffle House, and I won't sue you in family, civil, or criminal court for a week.
Why does it got to be the Waffle House?
Come on, Clayton.
Brad says, "What in tarnation is going on here?" Brad, I sent you a link if you want to come in.
Yeah, we don't know. We were reading tweets. Gingras is tweeting.
Yeah, and people's responses, but
and we're going down the rabbit hole.
Okay, where were we at? Number 3.
Yeah.
Party A and Party B agreed to take a paternity test with the lab of Party A's choice, Ravgen, and will schedule it within 24 hours of when this agreement is signed, as if it was ever going to get signed. But,
so when Clayton was talking about how every single communication was predicated on dating her for a week, here it is for this part. Like, sure, I'll do Ravgen if you date me for a week. Like, what? Come on.
Yeah. And then that weird shit about the person from a lab and was it LA, the lab that called him or whatever? I was listening to Reality Steve's interview with Clayton today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's insane. Look, that's actually insane. And I still don't think that she's insane. I think that she's just a bastard. But like, that's insane behavior. Hey, Brad, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, it's been a busy day.
I like your shirt.
I appreciate it.
It's a good color.
Yeah, salmon I didn't think would be my good one because I kind of fade into it, but...
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. We were reading the tweets from him this afternoon because I read the blog post earlier, but I was like, I cannot do all of this in one sitting. So, all right, where did we just get through? We got through 3.3. Point 4, after the paternity test results come back, providing Party A to be the father of Party B's twins, then Party B will execute a HIPAA release for Party B to discuss the pregnancy with any of Party A's providers from the date of conception, May 20th, through the end of the pregnancy in February 2024. So after he supposedly will test positive, then he can have the medical records? How does that track? I don't understand.
I don't even... Who's A and B? Because
I think she's getting it backwards too, because A is supposed to be Clayton and she is supposed to be B, but I think she gets them backwards because, for example, it says Party A will be the father of Party B's twins, so that clearly shows Clayton is A.
With any of Clayton's providers from the date of conception.
It makes it.
But then Laura will execute a HIPAA release for Laura to discuss the pregnancy with any of Clayton's providers from the date of conception.
There's a bunch of typos in here. Yeah.
Dude, crickets.
So there's a whole bunch of typos.
Yeah. Let's see. 5. If a joint decision is made to terminate the pregnancy, then Party A and Party B will stipulate to dismiss the family court case once the pregnancy is confirmed by a doctor to no longer be viable. What? Party B will pay Party A's legal fees to date. So if they do it, I guess she's setting it up like she did with, was it Greg or Mike, where she said one twin was aborted and the other one didn't really work. It sounds like she's setting that up again.
Yeah, totally. This is exactly where she wants to go, right? Because she's going to, the DNA tests are inconclusive. Oh, but now the twins are gone.
Yeah. Jim Schuler, was she intending on forging the paternity results? I think she was banking on him not being able to get a paternity result, which is why she switched to twins. But then he found someone who could do those results. So, yeah, I don't think she intended on forging it. She certainly probably would have. I feel like if she had to, but yeah.
And then she went along canceling the appointments until he finally went public and said, I've made my appointment. She better go.
Yeah.
In addition to canceling his appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I heard that on Steve's interview with Clayton today. Brad, you've been modding for Steve, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Did you do you edit his stuff, or how does that work? What do you do for him basically?
I'm functioning as the producer, and
cool.
I'm hoping that he's starting to get the feel for how things are going, but he still
Yeah.
likes someone to star some of the important chats because
Mhm.
he goes on pretty long ramblings because he's so used to podcasting.
Yeah.
So he doesn't interact
That
with
makes
the
sense.
chat as dynamically.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So instead of having him just scroll up to the very beginning of chat and try to parse everything out, I just star important things to bring to his attention.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
cool.
good. Yeah.
I just knew from his the beginning of his channel, I was like, Brad's doing his stuff. So I wasn't really sure how involved you were, but yeah.
He's ran in his own stream. Like I think he did a episode 1 recap stream that he did on his own.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I don't think he was expecting a huge number of people coming into it.
Mm-hmm. I have not watched any of this Bachelorette season. Do you guys watch it right now?
I watched about half of each episode.
Yeah. I just want the mess. That's what I want. I like the messy TV. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, you don't even know who these, you can't even remember their names. So you have to go a few weeks and then they, get past the first villain and then it ramps up. They ramp up the drama a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Random question. Who is your favorite villain on The Bachelor or Bachelorette? Both of you.
Ooh.
I don't watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette, so
well,
Oh, that's right.
are they real villains or?
Yeah, I guess you
'Cause,
answer
like-
that, Bruce, and then
like on the
Brad can tell
show-
us his favorite supervillain.
So like on Katie Thurston's season, there was this guy Thomas Jacobs.
Oh, Thomas, I love Thomas. Yeah.
And yeah, he's with Becca Kufrin now. But Thomas was basically a villain during Katie's season because all the guys were like, "Ooh, we heard he read Reddit, or like he's here for the wrong reasons."
Yeah.
Someone asked him if he doesn't get with Katie, would he be the Bachelor? And he said he might think about it. So he's here for the wrong reasons. And the guy's just like, "Oh, what's going on?" And of course, all these guys tell Katie that, and Katie's just like, "Well, I don't want any troublemakers, so get out of here."
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the guy, he's just a nice guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
he
was an
seems
interesting case.
I like that guy. He seems really cool.
I never watched Courtney Robertson's season, but I mean, I've met her a couple of times now, so I think she's a cool person. She was a big villain, I guess.
Yeah,
But
she's
she's
one of
real
my
nice.
favorites for sure. Yeah, she seems very cool.
Mhm.
And then also there was like I said, I like mess. So like with as far as messy stuff goes, I liked what was his name? Clint from Caitlyn's season. Clint and JJ. Clinton JJ.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
know Clint has since I think he passed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was the Clinton JJ thing. I thought that was so funny. Yeah.
There are some characters like Katie had Karate Carl. He would stand
Yeah.
in the middle of the room and do karate moves to psych himself up or whatever.
Yeah.
He was a character.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, I think we were almost done with this dating contract. Then we can move on to other tweets. Okay. 5. If a joint decision is made to terminate the pregnancy, then Party A and Party B will stipulate to dismiss the family case once the pregnancy is confirmed by a doctor to no longer be viable. We did read this already. Okay. 6. During the 1 week period, 1 week period, 1 week relationship. Imagine thinking that's going to fix everything. During the 1 week period, if the decision is made to continue the pregnancy, then Party A and Party B will discuss what would make the best situation for the children, whether that be raising them together or apart. The goal would be to keep the case out of the court.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And to avoid accruing continued to avoid
Crazy.
continuing legal fees. Oh my gosh. The family court case will remain active until an agreement is made outside of, and then it cuts off. But we kind of know.
You know,
where
one of
that
the
goes,
interesting things about this,
but what's up?
if you look at the holiday scheduling for the parenting plan, there are no Jewish holidays listed.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
true.
god, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, that's terrible, but it's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Kind of.
Okay.
It's interesting here how she's like, "I'll pay the legal fees
Right.
if there's no babies."
Well, she
It's
will
like-
pay the legal fees, but
And I'm
not
like, here we
necessarily
are today. There's no babies.
Yeah.
Pay the legal fees. Like, just you've been ordered to do it.
But he
Here
didn't
you
accept
said
the
you would do it.
contract, Bruce.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the excuse she would use. But yeah, I
Mispronounced
just find it
name.
ironic that she's like, I'll pay the fees.
1 week of feeling how tight she is would
Oh,
make
no.
him want a long-term relationship, a flawless plan.
Oh,
God damn it. I can't believe that came up in court, dude. It's so crazy. Chris Jenner, loved your stream with Expert last night. So fun. Thank you for watching that, by the way. Expert was fun. I liked that.
I told you guys would digress.
Yeah. Okay, so crickets in response to this one from him, obviously. No, like he's not going to respond to the dating contract thing.
Right.
But, let's see what else we got here. Okay. I agree Laura will get her day in court again. Unfortunately, it will be in front of a criminal court judge. He says, explain why you think that is, and I'll be happy to explain why you're probably wrong. So he wants people to kind of come into this with an open mind to like changing their minds. You know what I mean? Like the possibility of like, if he continues to argue on his blog, we will see it his way. And then he answers things immediately back with explain why you think that is and you're wrong. So, because she was referred to the county attorney's office and there's an active investigator who's possibly looking at these tweets right now. I'm sure he's not going to answer that one. Okay, let's take that one step at a time. And let's ignore the fact Mata's referral is probably going to be tossed because of her actions. I doubt that. I really doubt that. But okay.
At least he's using the word probably now.
Mm-hmm.
But his tweets just come across as so condescending. Like the one up
Oh,
there.
yeah. That was the word I was looking for earlier. That was the word I was looking for.
Condescending. I would be happy to explain to you, lowly citizens of the world.
I didn't want to have to do this, but you forced me to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Where are we? Thinking only of perjury. Tell me one specific fact you believe Laura lied about. Don't need every fact, just the number one big one. You don't need every fact because you get bombarded. And then, of course,
we don't have all night.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh, where did it go? Okay, somebody had responded to that, and he, of course, went crickets. But then, of course, a bunch of other people are like, "Here's some stuff." The district attorney is already investigating. And if it finds problems independently, they're not going to throw it away if Judge Mata is pulled from the family case. As for the lies, this is a sonogram of our son. I went to Dr. Higley, and she obtained benefit from those lies. Mm-hmm. And then David responds, what do you think the elements of perjury are? Screw it. I'll just give them to you straight from the jury instructions. Mm-hmm. I'm not reading all that 714 pages.
What's party underlined? I can't see it very well.
It says... Go ahead, Brad.
The statement was made regarding a material issue.
Wow. So I mean, this is his
minor perjuries.
He's just going to say like every single thing is it's not material.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he'll do. That's his knee-jerk reaction.
None of it matters.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. The Dr. Higley one is a very good one because it's very clear in the one video. She said, I saw Dr. Higley. Yeah. And then she's like, oh, I made an appointment. And it's like, you understand that making an appointment and seeing someone are two different things, right? And she's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he'll be like, well, it's not really material to whether she had twins or not, or whatever he wants to say. Yeah. And it's like, well, the whole point in the first hearing was like, if you're pregnant, sending Clayton 5 million messages, right? Like her lawyer, that was... the half haircut guy, Josh.
Half haircut
Josh
guy?
was like, yeah, if she's not pregnant, this would be harassing. And it's like, gosh. Well,
yeah,
she didn't even go see the doctor. You don't think that's material?
Guess
Come
not.
on.
Yeah. No, I was curious as to, like, sitting in the courtroom, I was curious as to whether the twin thing would come up more often than it did. And I didn't feel like it really came up that much. But, like, the twin thing is really damning because you can say, like, I went and got this ultrasound and all that shit. But then you have to say, like, this provider confirmed I was having twins on this date and stuff like that. And it was boy-girl twins and all that. And so I feel like I wish that had been brought up more, but at the same time, it's like I don't know why they chose not to bring that up. So.
Jim is right. She pledged to see Dr. Higley. Michelle says there's more of this stuff in the post, so
Oh, okay.
I'll figure it out.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. Where are we going from here? Now, okay, so we're talking about the seeing Dr. Higley thing. So, okay, there was another tweet somebody put about Dr. McCool, but we'll ignore that for now. Now, when Laura made the comment about seeing Dr. Higley, what context did that occur in? She was in front of Judge Judy asking for an order to prevent online harassment, right?
No, that was in Judge Galketsis's court, correct? So he's got the hearing wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I actually didn't catch that.
So he failed to get the detail correct here. Good job, buddy.
He wasn't a lawyer then, and he doesn't care.
That was before my time.
I can't
so study history.
I can't imagine like saying that in court. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody pointed that out.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I think that was Judge Galketsis's case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only material issues in that context were, 1, was Laura entitled to seek that relief? And 2, was she being harassed within the meaning of the law? Seeing or not seeing Higley, I think he means Higley, had nothing to do with either of those issues. Thus, not material, thus can't be perjury. So I guess we can lie about anything we want under oath as long as it's not.
What does this mean, entitled to seek that relief?
The OOP, I think, right?
So the individual item that there's a by statute relief for that. What is the relief for? So I'm being harassed. Well, your relief is going to be you're getting the injunction or the order of protection, and that is the relief.
This is why he's getting it backwards, because he's assuming she's looking for the order, which was the Judge Judy case. But that's not what the question is about. It's about Clayton's case with Judge Galketsis. So it's actually Clayton seeking relief, and it's about Clayton being harassed. And if she's not truly pregnant, not seeking medical care, then she is harassing him.
Yep. We're just going to ignore that conveniently, though, because it's before his time.
I'm amazed he got these cases backwards.
Yeah, sure.
That's and publicly on Twitter. That is a level of incompetence I just can't even imagine.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Time will tell when she lied to the court about her what is that? What does that word mean?
Organcy?
Finn, help us. Whether or not it was material to
Do you mean
whether
pregnancy?
Or not. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Must mean pregnancy.
Time will tell whether she lied to the court about her pregnancy, whether or not it was material to whether or not she was entitled to seek relief from the family court for a fictitious, schemed-up pregnancy. And then he goes, see, you almost got it there. Even if Laura was never pregnant, she was entitled to ask for the OOP based on harassment. Got it now? Please tell me you understand now. It's seriously not like that. Not like that hard, except for certain lawyers with names that sound like a tree phallus.
Yeah, but
Except
the
that
order
was
of
the
protection...
introduction.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yikes, bro.
Tree phallus.
So that's how we got into tree phallus. That is so
Oh
crazy.
boy.
Dude. I can't believe he said that. Like he just won't stop. I guess he won't get in trouble, I guess, for whatever he says in his Twitter or his blog or whatever. But
she didn't go to the OOP hearing with proof that he harassed her. She said, "Look at this Halloween costume meme. He must have posted it, because nobody else had this picture of this ultrasound when that was just a lie, and there was no proof of that. It was just her word."
Well, I mean, I'm not like a conspiracy theory person, and this is something I've had to talk about on Omar's stream recently, where I'm just like, I don't automatically think conspiracies are like valid. The conspiracy theories have any valid like basis in fact, and I'm just kind of like, well, between what happened with Greg and between what happened with Clayton and like the ex parte communication, I'm like, what is actually going on here? Because at the best, this guy is incompetent to keep up with the times and like what happens. So I don't know.
Wait, who's Judge Judy or David?
Yeah.
Gingras.
Both. No, just Judge Judy. Judge Judy.
Well, I think Galketsis stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
I think Duty is probably still a commissioner because they're still probably dealing with COVID backlog still.
Oh wow.
Not Judge Judy. I keep calling him Judge Judy because it sounds like Judge Judy.
Commissioner Duty.
Commissioner Duty. Yeah, I get that right when I'm like, paying attention like super hard. But no, I don't know. I'm a little sus on that guy. Not just because of his willful ignorance, but like because of the ex parte stuff that he was like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. You know what I mean? So like that's creepy.
Yeah. It is a little sus. And we don't have all the details. It could be that when you go to file these things, you have to talk to a judge personally, and then you have a hearing or whatever. So maybe they did talk because it was part of the normal procedure.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they talked outside of the normal procedure. We just don't know.
Yeah. If it was the normal procedure, he wouldn't have been like, I'm not supposed to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. That makes it a little sketchy.
Big Tiff says he's not a commissioner anymore. What exactly does that mean, Tiff? Did he retire or like what's going on there? Because he's like a dinosaur. Amy says, I'm not a conspiracy person either, but this Karen Reed craziness opened my eyes. I didn't really follow Karen Reed until recently, and I just like listened to the regular people that I follow on YouTube, like their stuff. But yeah, I have heard a lot about that. Okay. But this is a problem for your client. If you watch Judge Judy's hearing, that clearly grants the OOP solely because Laura said that she only sent Clayton the 21-week sonogram, and therefore he was only one who would be able to post it on Reddit. This is a provable lie, aka perjury. But of course, no response to that. So let's see.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
So it's hilarious. He flips it to the other case instead of addressing the actual case. And then somebody points out a problem in that flipped case.
But that was before his time.
It's like there's nowhere to run here.
Oh my gosh. And then he doesn't respond to any of these here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like reading the potential spam comments.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid that it's going to be like, you know what I mean? Those porn bots or whatever. Yeah. And like this, I'm like, this is irrelevant. But
yeah. It's usually Mary Lincoln's.
Mary Lincoln's is the best. She's not spam.
Well, X thinks she is.
I feel that. X thinks Carolyn Giselle Lovington is also spam.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So we got through this, and then of course he got to a deadlock with this person and then stopped responding. What else do we got here? Mm-hmm. David, will this be featured in the podcast you'll be doing on the news? Ooh. I will kindly wait for your response. That sounds like a Mary Lincoln's response.
The podcast on the news?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Wow. How does that work?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I would be interested. Who was the lady that did the News 12 Arizona story on
something?
Yeah. I would like to see them interview Laura.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
He's got her under wraps right now, so I don't think she's talking to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think the only person she's going to talk to is her mom on the podcast with David. So
yeah, with comments turned off.
Yeah. Well, the comments are turned on here, so they can't really do that. So I could imagine Dave would just pick that apart piece by piece.
Oh yeah, everybody will. Oh, can you imagine if they do a podcast video with all three of them?
Oh my God, stop.
We'll be dissecting that for 2 weeks straight.
Drunk space turtles are good at providing facts. Thank you, Cat Lady. I appreciate you for the 2. That's very generous. Thank you very much. And also true. Sorry has a name for it. That was BHF time before his time. Okay. Search for you. David did recently, I think he tweeted saying that they planned on doing a podcast together in the near future.
They hinted at it.
Yeah. He said they were going to.
Go ahead.
He said you were going to, but then didn't say when or anything. Just that, it was ambiguous sometime in the future.
Yeah, in the near future. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I guarantee you it'll be somewhere where other people can't control the narrative. So it has to be on their podcast, which they haven't posted a new episode in how long? It's been a long time.
So we don't have any specifics.
Yeah, no. But I feel like that would be a really bad move. But if they want to do that, go ahead. Go ahead. Since Duty is decommissioned, they could hire him as a moderator. What does that mean? What? Does anyone know what that means?
If Duty's no longer a commissioner, then they could hire him as a moderator for the podcast or a debate or whatever.
Oh, the podcast. I was like, moderator for what, bro?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Big Tip says that doesn't seem like a responsible lawyer thing to do. No, but responsible went out the window with, look at me, daddy.
The thing that blows my mind is he's her lawyer, but he's also like her PR firm.
Yeah, seems that way.
And
They should definitely
That's
hire
not unheard
outside.
of, but
Yeah. In this case,
Yeah.
I think they should hire outside assistance with that. But yeah. BK says they need to get that podcast up and running because I've been experiencing some insomnia and that should help.
Wow.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean something's boring. I know lots of people think like something's boring puts you to sleep, but I fall asleep listening to videos all the time. I've fallen asleep listening to like Dave's like podcast. I've fallen asleep listening to both of your stuff. Like it's just comforting.
How
I don't
dare
know.
you?
No, it's comforting. It's a good thing. It's because like I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Like I want to listen to it, and then I just kind of drift off to sleep peacefully. So
I think
it's not
anything
like
with
a
sort
bad
of a
thing.
consistent voice or consistent sound, because if some videos where they play clips and the clips are like like police body cams or something, and everybody's screaming, and suddenly it's very disruptive.
Lots of like music too. Not like Brad's intro, outro, or whatever. I'm talking about like, you know what I mean? Like when they're doing stuff in the middle and they play explosive sounds and then they're like playing like all kinds of songs and stuff like that.
I think you're confusing streamers with Fortnite players.
Yeah.
Dude, same thing for me. Same thing for me.
You can fall asleep to Fortnite footage.
We're gonna have to
you
do
hear those stupid air horns going off and
Erica Pauly says Omar has a good voice for that. I agree. I agree.
For sure.
Bruce, tell us about it. No, I'm just kidding. But we should do a blind Fortnite thing, like not seeing what's going on with the season or anything like that, and then just do a squad match just like fail hardcore.
I would be terrible at it.
Exactly.
I've never played Fortnite.
I've played
it even better.
3 or 4 matches, and I'm like trying to build something and jump at the same time, and no, it's bad.
Dude, the building is so hard. They have a 0 build mode now, so I turned that off, and I'm playing it with like my cousin, my sister, and like one of my friends or something like that. And like every now and then we'll get a win, and I'm just like, how? But then for the most part, I'm just like ass at it, and it's fun. It's really fun though. And then I had it must have been over a month ago. Yeah, it was before the trial, like shortly before the trial. A couple of viewers had their kids. Like when they were watching my stream, had their kids log on. Their kids played with me, and I think we got like second or something, and it was okay. But I was like, basically, I watched it back too. I was like, basically, like behind the entire time. I was like, "Did you guys leave me? Like, what's going on?" Like, just so confused. But they were so nice. Those kids were so nice. I was like, "You guys have such great kids. That's a great job." But yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
I remember we've won Warzone matches like enough on 2 hands that we've been able to count, and we played hundreds of matches.
I've never played that. Maybe I should.
Same thing. It's just less cartoony.
I like the cartooning, but I'm gonna start to need a different game if they keep going in this direction, because they've been like wrecking it lately. So.
Well, that was the cool thing about Warzone, is that it was free, so that you could play it. You didn't have to buy Call of Duty if you didn't want to. You just wanted to play it for that one game mode.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Do we have anything else that we missed interesting here? Let me look in the pond scum just to make sure I didn't miss anything super important.
I'm going live in 15 minutes for dramatic.
Yeah, I was
reading.
actually gonna. I was trying to wait it out like 10 more minutes so I can redirect to you or something. So unless you want to start early, but let me see.
I gotta get.
Oh,
get
the
me
one that
some
blows my
Doritos.
the one that blows my mind is this one you have. It's this one you have right here. The second tweet. If Laura knew she was never pregnant, she wouldn't have. She would have known the Ravgen test would instantly confirm this. Yet she pushed to immediately have the test done. Well, that's not quite true.
Yeah, that's
She
not
did
factual.
do the testing. The way he writes it is not accurate, but she did get the testing done. Why? Because why do that if she knew the test would expose the lie? Like his logic here, to me, the logic here is like nobody is going to rob a bank because if you rob a bank, you're probably going to get thrown in prison for a crime.
Mhm.
So, of course, Your Honor, why would my client have robbed the bank? Because everybody knows that if you rob a bank, you're just going to get caught and go to prison. So no one will ever do it. Like it's just absurd logic.
Well, anybody
like-
who hasn't gotten caught and gone to prison won't tell you. But yeah.
Here's the thing: if she was thinking logically, she wouldn't be using the threat of children to try and ensnare a man into a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. So her fraudulent behavior is already sort of illogical to begin with.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you can't just say like, well, people will just do their best. Like, no, there are people who commit crime. There are people who commit fraud. You have to be able to use evidence to determine if they have or not. You can't just say like, why would anybody commit crime? Because it's a bad idea. Like, okay, sure.
Sarcasm FF, thank you for the 5 gifted. Anybody who got a gifted membership or anyone who's a member who wasn't here earlier, if you want a letter in the mail, I will draw or write you something and I'll send it in the mail. Just to this email address, you got to send me your YouTube username and your mailing address. Hang on. And I put it right there.
So
All
to
right.
me, that one's even more egregious than his other weird logic from before.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot going on here. I'm having such a hard time, like, even speaking to some of this now because I'm just like, Decorous Aventus says, how about you summarize where we are and what are the possible outcomes? Dude, I get confused every time that he does something like this. So, yeah.
So I think there's still one motion on the docket that needs a ruling, correct? Which was the get rid of the
Motion
judge
for-
motion.
Yeah, change the cause. Yeah. Yeah.
So Gingras had done 2 motions post judgment, right?
Mhm.
And so we received one ruling today, which was basically denied for the
Yeah.
big, long rambling one.
But that doesn't exist. You know?
I mean,
that's what he said earlier.
it's very weird how he takes what he hopes could be true and just presents it as if it is true,
Yeah, for sure.
like in some sort of absolute term. Like really, he's like, well, I hope that I could make this argument and argue XYZ and maybe somebody will
Mhm.
believe me. Instead, he just says, it is that way,
Yeah.
which
for
I
sure.
find very strange. But anyway, so I think we're waiting for one more ruling from the judge on that other motion.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if the judge has to file some minute entry sort of approving the cost document that Woodenix firm submitted in terms of the costs and approve
Mhm.
that. Maybe that has to be approved or something.
Yeah.
And then I think once those 2 things are done, if both of those are needed, then they're done until they file an appeal, I suppose,
Yeah.
if that's what they want to do.
Casey Jimmy, I got you. Not that one, sorry. Amy Bonner, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. And then, like I said, email that email address with your YouTube name and your mailing address if you want a letter in the mail. I like pen pals, so. Jules T says lots of alcohol over time damages your logic. Just saying, yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's trouble for me.
Yeah, it's trouble.
I mean, I'm
lot
going
of
to
us.
wine club in 12 minutes. I mean,
In 12 minutes. Oh man.
well, I got bust out at 12 minutes here.
Don't you have a video coming up at 10?
Yeah, 7 Pacific. I've got the economy of words video. So I make a video about the economy of words. It's half an hour long.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I
Okay.
failed, but taking my own advice.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll be there if people want to check that out anytime.
I will
After
watch
7.
it. Is it a premiere like you usually
It's
do?
the premiere thing, so people can chat if they want. But
Sweet.
I mean, it's not really breaking news or anything. So
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be like all in there saying weird stuff about tree fallacies and
sometimes people just like to hang out. Wine Club. Wine Club's just down the road. It's a really nice place. The lobster truck is there. That's why I'm going.
the lobster truck. There's a lobster truck. Is that safe?
I don't know.
It sounds like a stomach problem waiting to happen, dude.
I don't know. I've always had good luck with it. I've gone there a couple times now. I get the the clam chowder and the lobster poor boy or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Lobster
Um,
poor boy. Lobster poor boy. That sounds like something that would come out of a truck.
Yeah. I might go for the lobster grilled cheese. I don't know. We'll see. Then you go
Dude,
get a flight
that actually sounds
of
really
wine.
good,
Yeah. Then you just sit, enjoy the scenery. It's out in
Yeah.
wine country.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never. Yeah, we
A
do
lobster roll. That's correct, Andrea. Yeah.
we do like food trucks in my parents' neighborhood, and they live right down the road. So we do food trucks in my parents' neighborhood once a week, but they're like trashy. They're not like lobster lobster trucks. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
They're saying it's po' boy, not poor boy. But I mean, I don't know
Oh
my
boy,
salmon from my stamen, so
that makes
don't
two of
trust
us.
me.
Wallace Juno says lobster truck questionable. Food safety is a part of East Coast culture.
I don't know. I'm in Oregon. It's Cousin's Maine Lobster is the company name. I don't know.
Let me see.
If it doesn't, yeah, Cousin's Maine. Yeah, Big Tiff Dog is correct.
Winks says we don't have food trucks. You don't have food trucks. I don't eat at the food trucks a lot, but the food trucks that I did eat at when I was working another job at it's on the other side of town. I was working on as a coach at the time for a swim team, and they had the food trucks out there every Friday, and I would go get the onion rings, and I was like, this is the best thing ever, even though it destroyed me every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've had good luck. We don't have food.
Yeah.
Well, in Wisconsin, you have a supper club.
Ah,
Or-
yeah,
or
and
a
your
dive
wine
bar.
club. You got a wine club too.
There's a dive bar or a supper club on every corner.
Oh, you're
in
talking about Wisconsin. Never mind. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Oregon. Okay.
No, Oregon. There's no
People
there's
don't
like
to
one
eat
supper club in the entire state.
So say people don't eat supper in Oregon, but they don't drink wine in Wisconsin.
Growing wine in Wisconsin is a uphill battle. That's a pun because they
believe that.
usually grow grapes on hills. But anyway,
I'm glad you explained that.
nice try. It's horrible.
And Morris says Lethal Lauren 904. I heard you like the pic my wife Mia sent you. Which picture was it? Which picture was it? Describe it to me. Unless it was inappropriate, but I don't think it was. Yeah, no, Winks, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Bruce, if I want to drive, yeah, lots of bars and super clubs. Okay, gotcha.
Supper
Club.
clubs.
Oh, I was like super clubs.
It's a state of mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I need to
Superior,
find
up
one
by
of those.
Duluth.
My
I love Duluth.
neighborhood is like retirees pretty much. It's like me and like a couple people who live next to me. They're like people I actually swam in high school with. But other than that, it's like everybody's grandparents basically lives in this neighborhood. And I'm like, there's got to be a supper club around here. I just don't. I was working in the hospital all the time, weird hours, so I never got to participate in any of the community things that they do here. So I'm like, now I'm just gonna crash one, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you?" So we'll see. Maybe there is a supper club. Oh, she says, "Sorry, I'm driving." Okay. Well, I have this now set to redirect to Brad because you should be
Ta-da.
starting in 7 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I guess I can go early.
Oh yeah, do it. It worked when I did the save thing, so maybe it'll just take him there anyways. But
Yeah, but I don't want him
Um,
sitting there for 7 minutes waiting for me.
Oh yeah, if you want to go now, then we'll end it in like 1 minute and then
Okay.
drop you over there. Cool. All right.
You got 7 minutes to do some TikTok dances.
No, you got like 1 minute. You got 1 minute.
Oh.
Now you do TikTok dance.
I want to see Brad do a TikTok dance. Come on.
I actually really want to see that.
That's right.
Ello and Gingras make me drink a misspell.
I mean,
Wallace Juno, thank you for the 10 super sticker.
not alone
I really
in that.
appreciate you. I know Wallace Juno is a member, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Lethal Warren, Dingus, the name on the cat. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember now. That was funny. All right. I'm gonna go check on Brad's channel. Just make sure he's started.
I think it'll redirect even if the thing is waiting, as long as there's a page for it.
Okay, it's live now. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna end now and redirect to my friend Brad, who you just saw on screen, and he's gonna be doing a dramatic reading of that blog post. I think it was actually the previous blog post, or not a blog post, but a filing. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he'll talk about whatever. You know what I mean? So, let's. I'm gonna say goodnight now, and let's go and watch Brad. I'll see you guys in the chat. So hopefully we will talk some more, but I will see you guys soon. Okay. Bye. Never heard of this, Brad. Yes, you have.
Amazing.